Ayo!
Oh my god.
This is CHGO Bets Daily, presented by PointsBet. Use promo code CHGO when you sign up to get 2 risk-free bets up to $2,000.
Took Sean's line right off the top.
Yeah, I've been every time I host when Sean's not here, I kind of use it because I like it. It's good. It's good vibes for this show because it's a quick 15-minute betting show, and we start hot, right?
That's a CHGO Bets shtick.
Yeah. So I'm the host, Cody. You can follow me on Twitter at Cody_CHGO. And I'm joined by Steven, who, if you watch White Sox pregame, he was on with Herb today. And he's going to be on with Herb for White Sox postgame as well. So tune in for that.
That's right. I'm on spot duty for Sean all day here.
Yeah. Sean, I'm told, is in Lake Geneva, right?
Yeah, he doesn't want to watch the Sox games anymore. So he just dipped out. He said that's enough. They're down 4-1 right now, and I don't want to watch them either.
Well, I guess he picked a good time to go to Lake Geneva. It actually is a great time to go to Lake Geneva. It's a beautiful day here in the Midwest. Steven, how you doing, man? It's good to do this with you for the first time.
Oh, I'm doing great. I mean, I was telling Herb earlier, you guys are treated nice in these chairs over. These are comfortable. I get this terrible chair on the other side of the camera that doesn't even fit underneath the desk. You have to just try to not bump into it frequently. So this is much nicer. I can get used to this.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what was up with our schedule for shows today, but I don't have to be into the office until like 5 o'clock. So I was like, I'm going to do this from home because it's a 15-minute show.
Are you not right here?
I mean, maybe if you're watching on YouTube or on Twitter, like maybe you think I'm there, but I'm not.
Had me fooled.
Yeah. If you're on the podcast stream, you might think that I'm actually right there with you. Anyway, again, this is CHGO Bets Daily. You can follow the account on Twitter at CHGO_Bets. Shout out to Joey, our producer today, stepping in for Steven as he joins me. We're going to talk about the Cubs and Diamondbacks game later in the last half of the show. We're going to talk about the Eastern Conference Finals, Miami and Boston, kind of like how we did yesterday with the Mavericks and Warriors. Steven, should we just start with that? Should I talk about my bank first? What do you want to do?
Let's hear about the bank. Where are you at?
Let's hear about the bank. Well, okay. Right now is a good time to fade me. Also could be a great time to hop on because when I'm as down as I am, usually I find a way to get back up. And right now I have $11. I went from $225 at one point in my bank down to $11. I feel like Sean. It's not great. I feel very, 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 very sad when it comes to my gambling adventures this entire week. I won one bet yesterday. It was Dodgers -1.5. And it was the only reason I made that bet is because of everything that you can read about Zach Davies on the internet right now. That is the only reason that I took the Dodgers -1.5 because they went up against Zach Davies.
I remember you talking last week. You're a Zach Davies hater now.
I am a Zach Davies hater, but also it was a great day to bet against Zach Davies if you've been online and read about, I guess you could call it a scandal with his wife. I won't go any further than that. It is all alleged. It is all based off an Instagram post. But again, karma is in fact a bitch.
We saw the picture. Yeah.
So, that was my one bet I won yesterday. Other than that, I lost every bet. I was completely wrong about the Mavericks, and I was completely wrong about Luka after he drank a beer that went in a picture that went viral on the internet yesterday. So, yeah, you could say things are not great for me. So right now is a good time to fade me or, maybe hop on if you feel like it's just in time for me to get hot. I don't know. How do you feel?
I'm not sure if Jack R is in the chat yesterday, but I think he had a really good betting day because he was fading your picks then, and he was really big on the Warriors. So you nailed it, Jack.
He was. Yeah, he was.
I'm ready for this Heat game, though. I've got the Jimmy Butler jersey on. I was wearing the Timberwolves one yesterday. I got the Miami Heat one on now. And if there's 3 things you could count on, it's death taxes and Jimmy Butler in the playoffs. He's a different animal. He's so much better. He's already great.
Yeah. He really does make me feel like sad because as much as, I've enjoyed watching Zach LaVine, but Zach LaVine is no Jimmy Butler. And that's the only thing that kind of sucks is like Jimmy.
I'll say
I agree with you. I feel like at this point we have lost the trade because of the success that Jimmy has had ever since leaving. More so in Miami. Obviously the Timberwolves they they haven't done much. So I guess you could say between the two teams, the Bulls and the Timberwolves, like I guess the Bulls won that trade. They got more value out of the guys they got than the Timberwolves did. But Jimmy Butler himself won that trade because here he is in the Eastern Conference Finals with a chance to go to the finals for a second time around if he wins 3 more games. So, I don't know if you guys made the graphic, but we made a graphic yesterday for Western Conference Finals. Do we have that? Yes. So I'm taking Celtics money line plus 140 tonight. Celtics plus 3.5. I mean, it's similar to the one we did yesterday. We went through money line spread, and then we had one prop. So I like Jason Tatum over 28.5 points at minus 125. He went over that total in game 1 in a game that the Celtics got beat pretty bad. I like the Celtics to even this up tonight. I think this series goes at least 6 games. I don't think it will if the Celtics do not win this game. I don't know if the Heat will lose 2 in a row in Boston. So I think this is a must-win game for the Celtics tonight. And at plus 140, plus 3.5. If you feel like it's going to be close, maybe take the spread instead. I personally, I do think the Celtics win tonight. Again, I'm not a very confident guy to tail right now, but I do think the Celtics are a really good team, and this series will go at least 6 games. So the Celtics got to win one on the road, and I think this is the one tonight.
Cody, you and I actually have rivaling bets tonight then. I'm not only taking the Heat to win, I'm taking the point spread. I got that at minus 110 on points bet. Okay. Celtics, they've got some injuries. Marcus Smart comes back. He's going to be back in the lineup tonight.
As does Al Horford.
Al Horford, he
is back.
As doubtful. That's interesting.
He is cleared to play tonight. He's available.
I did not have that information when I made my bets, but we're going to stick with him anyway. Sam Hauser is going to be out for the Celtics. I'm not sure that's going to make the biggest.
Derek White, also out for the Celtics, will miss the game for the birth of his child.
Oof. So, okay, that's another big loss.
You gain a guard, you lose a guard.
Yeah. Okay, so they're just going to swap those two guys out. I'm still going to go Heat here. I do think Jimmy Butler has a good game. I didn't see the prop. I'm going to take whatever the under is on his 3-point prop. He said it himself. He does not want to be shooting threes. He wants to be banging into the guys in the Celtics. He wants the physicality. That's what I love. I mean, if there was a free throw prop, I'd hit the over on that. That's how much I like Jimmy Butler today in the paint. The guy I'm really looking at, though, is going to be Bam Adebayo. He played 37 minutes last game. Only scored 10 points. I think he's due for some positive regression here. The over-under is set at 15.5 points. I'm going to take the over. We'll see how Al Horford is in his first game back. Those two should be doing quite a bit of battling in the paint.
I like that pick, especially because Robert Williams was limited in game 1 with calf cramps and missed game 7 from the Bucks. He's been banged up, and Bam's a really good option there. But I like Cody here. I like the Celtics too. 2v1. I think Celtics lost game 1 versus the Bucks. I think game 1, that has a tendency to happen. You get punched in the mouth a little bit on another team's home court, but I think the Celtics are a good team, tough team, and they say the series doesn't start until someone loses at home. So I think that's what happens tonight.
Well, you could look at the Heat's recent games and you look at how they played against Philadelphia. Well, Joel Embiid was literally walking around with like 2 or 3 different injuries. James Harden is, not the same James Harden, I guess you could say. And like they just weren't at full strength in that series.
James Harden's fat
and now. Sure, yeah, you can throw that in there. And this Celtics team, despite those injuries that you guys mentioned, they still got the main guys. They still and if Al Horford, sorry, I can't talk. If Al Horford's going to play tonight, I do like their chances to at least be in this game. I'll take the money line, but if you're afraid to take that money line, a 3.5 point spread, I do think it'll be at least be closer tonight. I do not think it's going to be a blowout. The Celtics are very well coached, and again, they just beat the Bucks. I know the Bucks didn't have Chris Middleton, but that's still a championship caliber team that they just beat.
Defending champs.
And I kind of, I said with Sean a few shows ago, I'm going to say last week or maybe it was the week before, I said whoever wins the Celtics Bucks series, I thought was going to win the championship. Obviously, that was before the Suns even were out, and I still genuinely believe that. So I'm going to ride the Celtics tonight, and we'll see what happens, man.
We're gonna have to check back in and see who wins this bet between the two of us then.
Yeah. Jason Tatum, I do think is a safe bet. It's at minus 125. It's not even like even. Like I like that. So we're gonna take that. Let us know in the chat what you think. And we'll ride. I also have a same game parlay. I haven't put it out yet. I got a free bet on points, but I'm gonna actually tweet it out later tonight. So stay tuned for that. Follow me on Twitter at Cody.
We call that a teaser.
CHGO. Yeah, call that a teaser. Speaking of teasers, you can make teasers on PointsBet. And the best way to support CHGO is to download the PointsBet app and use code CHGO when you sign up. If you make a $50 or more first-time deposit, you receive a free CHGO membership, which unlocks all of our web content. You even get a free shirt of your choice from the CHGO locker. If you have any questions, email pointsbet@allchgo.com, and we'll help you. Remember that PointsBet is your home for live in-game betting. They even have a new exclusive feature, live NBA same-game parlay. For the first time ever, build the perfect live same-game parlay only with PointsBet. Combine your favorite bets anytime during the game. You can even boost your live same-game parlays. And now online sign-up is available in Illinois. You can actually download the PointsBet app right now and register your account from start to finish, all from your phone. Picking the fastest sportsbook is now easier than ever, so you can start living your bet life in seconds. Use code CHGO to get 2 risk-free bets up to $2,000. So what are you waiting for? Once the game starts, don't just bet. Live your bet life with PointsBet. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700. Steven,
Cody,
do you have any more bets? Do you have a big 2, big 3 for us?
I don't have a big 3. I do have some Cubs bets if you want to get into that.
Yeah, you're the guest kind of today, so I wanted to kind of give you the floor.
Gracious host.
Let's hear it.
All right, I like Wilson Contreras. I haven't seen the lineups yet. They haven't come out for the Cubs. The Diamondbacks lineup is in. Well, I like Wilson Contreras, 2 for 5 in his career off Zach Gallen. I like him to get over, and I know you're gonna love this, 1.5 total bases. You're a big total bases guy. I know that. So I like him on the over 1.5 total bases. I'm not sure the Cubs get the win, but what they have going for them right now, Diamondbacks have lost 6 straight. They're cold. They're so cold, and the Cubs, the bats have been awakening. They really have. They don't have those marquee names. Yeah, they don't have those marquee names anymore, but the offense is there. It looks a hell of a lot better than the White Sox offense, and they do have the marquee names. So I think the Cubs, I like their offense today. I'm not going to talk about the pitching.
Well, that's a good teaser into me, or a transition, I guess is a better term. Joey, if you have the graphic, you go ahead, show it. I got 2 plays tonight because I have 11 whole dollars, so I'm putting like $5 on one of them and like $6 on the other. $5 on Cubs, Diamondbacks, no runs first inning, minus 125. I had no run first inning last night. You know what? They got 5 outs. They got the top half of the first inning, got 3 up, 3 down, and then they got the first 2 out in the bottom half, and then Ian Happ hit a homer. And while I was happy, I was also pissed off because I had no run first inning and I can't win a bet. So that was kind of brutal. But tonight, it's Marcus Stroman versus Zach Gallen. Zach Gallen has been literally one of the best pitchers in all of the National League, if not all of baseball this year. He destroyed the Cubs his last time out. Somehow the Cubs still managed to win that game, and that's a lot because the Diamondbacks offense stinks. So I like no run first inning because even though the Cubs are scoring a lot early, they did not do well against Gallen last time. I think we get a 3 up, 3 down first inning total for both the Cubs and Diamondbacks. And then I like Zach Gallen over 5.5 strikeouts. He had 9 strikeouts against the Cubs in Arizona over the weekend. It's at minus 140, so it's like, there's not a lot of juice, but there's still some juice there. Again, I got $11. You gotta make the smart bets, and I feel like these are the 2 smart bets. You said the Diamondbacks have lost 6 straight. Well, that means they're due. So I'm a little scared now that you tell me that.
Yeah.
So
it's hot out there too. I mean, that's why I'm thinking the offense is really going to be the story today. I wouldn't touch the under today. I'll say that. The one guy the Cubs need to watch out for, Ketel Marte, 3 for 7 in his career off of Marcus Stroman. He's not having a good year. You want to talk about being due? I think Marte is due, and who better to go up against than a guy who's hit really well in his career?
Yeah, he had a really good game against Drew Smyly in the first game of that series over the weekend. But then after that, he was pretty quiet. So Drew Smyly kind of similar to Marcus Stroman in terms of they're both pitch to contact type pitchers. So I could see Ketel Marte potentially, getting a double. So you want to take the 2+ total bases there. That's not a bad play. I kind of like that. But yeah, I mean, the money line's pretty even. And last I checked, the Cubs and Diamondbacks were like minus 115 apiece. So it should be a very close game tonight. A great pitching matchup. And again, Gallen, I don't know if he's going to get 9 strikeouts, but I do think that 5.5 is pretty easy. I was actually surprised to see it that low. So
it is lower than
that would be my lock. Yeah. So that is my lock of the night. Any more plays? Joey, you got to play, man.
I'm riding with you, Cody. I would be hammering the Celtics money line tonight. I cannot see them going down 2-0. Sorry, Steven.
Really coming after me here.
No, it's nothing against you. I just I can't. Like Cody said, I think this series is bound to go 6 or 7. I also thought that the team that won the last Bucks Celtics series was going to go all the way. I think the Celtics are really good.
And what we don't want to see, if you're a Heat fan, which I'm wearing the jersey, so I guess I am at this point. You don't want to see Jason Tatum in Game 6. That guy's a different animal. Game 6, Jason Tatum.
It's like Game 6 Clay. It's a thing.
Yeah, you don't want to. If you get to Game 6 and you see Jason Tatum on the other end, just stay home. You're not winning that game. Just rest up.
I think it'll be a good game.
The series goes deep. Yeah, I just think that the series is going deep. It's at least going 6 games. So I think that the Celtics are going to win tonight. And, they just have a lot of when I say a lot of, they have a pretty deep roster. I feel like it's, they do. I feel like they showed that a lot when they played the Bucks, who have a very deep roster as well. So, but that's,
if I was going to do a prop, sorry, Cody, finish up. My bad.
No, Isaac, go ahead.
I would say maybe I kind of like the under on points or on threes from Peyton Pritchard, because I think that this series is not a great matchup for him, and the Heat were kind of seeking him out on switches a couple of times. So I think that Ime Udoka is going to be a little careful with putting him out there. They're probably going to not. I just think you got to be careful with having him in your rotation against, especially some of the bigger Heat lineups. So that's where I'm going with that.
And the Heat have some great perimeter defenders too.
Yeah, they're running shooters off the 3-point line all game.
Right. So what you're saying is basically Peyton Pritchard unders because he might not even be on the floor for more than 10 minutes.
Correct. And I haven't checked the line, but I am curious to see if they've factored that in, because I don't think he played as much in Game 1 as he had been in the Celtics series.
I think it's interesting. Over-under on that game. I saw it earlier at 206.5. I haven't seen an over-under in the NBA that low since Tom Thibodeau was coaching the Bulls. We got this run-and-gun offense now. I'm used to seeing like 220, 230, which is just absurd. We got defense again. That's what I'm seeing here. You got a couple big performers, but overall, Vegas is saying, no, we're going to have some defense played in the playoffs again. It's good to see.
Well, it always slows down in the playoffs, I always feel like. So that probably plays a factor, but then also, the Miami is kind of a slower-based team. So, I mean, they're all the way they play. It's through Butler, and then they got all these 3-point shooters. Shout out Max Strus, DePaul.
Went to my high school. He went to my high school too.
And went to Stevens
High School.
Stag. Yep. And more guys like Tyler Hero's having a huge year, 6th man of the year. They just got a bunch of dudes that you're just like, how are they this good? And you look at it and you watch them play, and you're like, oh, okay. So, they're no team to sleep on, no doubt. This is not going to be an easy win tonight for the Celtics. It's going to be close. So we'll see how it plays out. I'm excited to watch it. I'm hoping that it at least teases me a little bit, unlike Luka and the Mavericks did last night. So
can't let it go, huh?
Yeah, I can't let it go. So anyway, that's it. We said it's a 15-minute show. We went 18 minutes today, according to my computer. So sorry, Joey.
All good.
Okay. That's it. Everyone, tune in tomorrow. I think Steven will be back with me again. Sean, hope you're all well in Lake Geneva. And we'll see you then when we're all millionaires.